What's up? It's your boy 911 and you're tuned in to AVG Podcast. You know how we do it. Let's get to it. So today, I just want to tap into y'all and talk a little bit about energy. The type of energy you project out into the world. The type of energy you surround yourself around. The type of energy you take in from listening to certain music, listening to certain conversations, listening to watching certain shows. Just different forms of energy and the way it's transmitted and the way it's echoed out through the world, through your community that you live in. I'm going to start with an example, and I'm going to use Ja. Again, wish that kid nothing but the best. I hope he's on the path to restoring his reputation throughout the league and with his sponsors and get every crumb, every dollar of that bread loaf that young man deserves. I'm pulling for Ja. Love seeing that kid play. But when the incidents with the whole gun thing and the repeated incidents with the guns and just the situation he was putting himself in, my whole thing was about energy and the type of energy that projects. It's just like when God Bless the Dead, Pac and Biggie were always speaking about death, and they could see death around the corner, and bury me a G. They kept speaking that, putting that energy out there until the universe gave it that. So the situation with Ja Morant, and he's not a bad kid from everything I've heard, just watching him before he even got to the NBA at Murray State. You know, not a stain on him. But he is a product of that hip-hop culture. And that includes his daddy, because his dad is around my age. We still dress hip. We still, like our Jordans. We fly. We not like the older school, the generation before us, in slacks and hard bottoms everywhere we go. We still got that urban swag to us, because that's the culture we came up in. I love hip hop. Sports and music are two of my favorite things to partake in and listen to and escape some of this stuff that goes on in the world. So again, our culture has to take accountability for what we see with people like Ja Morant, and when things transpire like that with kids mimicking those same type of gestures and doing those same type of things that you've seen Ja doing in some of his videos. But what I'm saying is, the energy that he's projecting, and losing the money and stuff, yeah, that's bad. Game suspensions, yeah, that's bad. But you have real gangsters in this world that really tote them toys, that really pulling them Dracos out on people, that really got bodies under their belt, really got teardrops. They know they can't mess with you on a basketball court. They know their earning potential is nowhere near or ever will be, if they're stuck in that mindset of what yours is. They can't identify with none of that. But what they can identify with is that gunplay. So when you waving guns and you waving pistols and you bobbing the music, it's real gangsters that's watching that, or real people that's in them streets that's gonna want to come see about it. That's gonna want to come see if you really about it. This is my arena. This is where I play. This is where I'm the MVP at. Energy. That's the energy he's projecting. Another scenario with a lady, young lady Suki, and a young man Osiris. I don't know much about either. I'm gonna be straight up honest with y'all. I'm gonna keep it a buck. I'm not really big on celebrity gossip or some of these new era celebrities that's kind of like hip hop, or some of that stuff if I'm not too familiar with their music. So what I see is the tidbits when something like that happened, like with him on the stage, making a sexual advancement. And is that wrong? Oh, of course, it's 100% wrong. But from what I gathered, it's the type of music she put out. Does this excuse any of this? Hell nah. Some stuff I think that was said, she said about him specifically. It made him that comfortable, where he felt like he could get in her space and even attempt that. The energy she was projecting. I tell my daughter all the time, be careful of the outfits you wear when you're out and about. Should you be able to wear anything you want to? Of course. By no means am I trying to police a woman's body or tell women what to wear or anything of that nature. You should be able to wear any and everything you want in the proper settings and not be bothered. Now the flip side of it is that reality. Hell nah. You got some dudes, some creeps, some people out there that look for any reason as an excuse to approach you in a disrespectful manner. And does what you dress cancel out all of those situations and scenarios? Nope. But when you walking around with shorts up your ass or little tops that's barely covering and a lot of you think you're not gonna get extra. That's just like letting a buffalo walk through a herd of cow. Not a herd of cow, a herd of lions. I'm sorry. This is like letting a buffalo walk through a herd of lions. Now those lions might not attack, but then again they might. But it's a high probability they are. And we know my male brethren, for the most part, they got a lot of us out there that are not the sharpest knife in the drawer. And they don't have some of the same moral compasses guiding them that some of the brothers that will not participate in that have. But again, that's a 50-50 chance when you're walking out that door with certain outfits on. Certain stuff is going to project a certain type of image and you're going to get certain type of attention because of that attire you have on. It's just facts. Everybody like to talk about what's fair, but let's talk about facts. You can have fair all you want. But like I always hear Stephen A. Smith say, one of his partners told him, a fair is a place where they judge pigs. So take fair out of the equation and let's deal strictly with facts. I'm from Louisiana. I would walk up and down Bourbon and Canal when it was time for the Bayou Classic and see women get constantly harassed. Hey. And when they don't want to be bothered, they all type of bitches. They all type of hoes. I ain't want to talk to you anyway, but you approaching this woman, you're in her space. And most of the time, for that part, I will say a lot of that was totally unwarranted because it would be people out there. These are the colder months, if you don't know. So it would be women out there fully clothed that can't even enjoy themselves for getting pulled on the arm every 2 or 3 steps. But that's the type of environment they were in going through those things. Now, you look at other scenarios like Freaknik, Kappa Beach Party. Now, you got young sexually charged men around sexually charged women that's doing their best to get attention, but they only want it from the people they want attention from. It don't work like that. Just because you only want that 6-foot buff cat with the 6-pack dreadhead, that don't mean that these other little cats that's walking by don't see you as fair game too. Don't see what you wearing and look at that as an opportunity to come at you sideways or put you in a compromised situation and talk to you crazy. Again, it's not fair, but it's facts. Because that's the type of energy some of those clothes and outfits project. That's just a fact of the matter. And that's not saying it's strictly women, because you see, before I started this, I talked about the job situation. Same way with young males. If you always walking around with this mean mug, and you always walking around doing gun signs to your head and pictures and posting pictures on IG with guns, it's cats that's really out there that's playing with those tools that want to come see about that. Are you really about that? It's cats with nothing to lose that will really come see about that to see if you really living like that. It's the energy you project. Same way with gossip. Gossip just not juicy when it's about somebody else, and it don't stop with them. Because the same people you sit around, laugh, joke, and spread gossip with, they waiting on yours. They waiting on your time. They waiting on that opportunity when you're the hot topic at the table, and then it ain't so fun. But it's an old saying, the same things that make you laugh make you cry. And that is very true. The very same things that you indulge in and partake in, and you find so much enjoyment out of, will be the same thing that will make you want to flip over tables and tear up a room. It's the energy you project. So when you like those reality shows with fighting and housewives and throwing drinks and all that, that's the type of stuff you're putting into your head. That's the type of stuff you like. Those images and that type of attitude, it's in your head now. It's circulating. So now you want to be a part of the circus. So you're going out and you're exuding some of that energy, whether you know or not. You want to say something fly, your little catchphrase you heard on TV, or say something slick to somebody at a restaurant so you can get booked. So this segment here is not to preach. It's not to tell you what to do. Everybody's grown. I might have kids that listen to this podcast too, but everybody operates off free will. So just know the decisions you make and the energy you project, the universe will bring all of that back to you tenfold. I always like to tell people, with me, I'm like the Black Panther suit. You know, when his sister re-engineered the suit in the movie, and she said, she showed him, like, look what this suit does on impact. And she strike the suit and it will light up. She strike the suit harder and it will light up more. But it will retain that energy and it will project it tenfold when he let loose and struck an object back. So when you come to me with love, it's all love. When you come to me with hate or bullshit, I got that too. But I always walk around in a loving state, a positive state, because that's what I want around me. Positive attitudes, positive people, building conversations about our community, about our kids, about our culture, about moving the ball forward. We got enough negative going on. We got enough stuff working against us. So ladies, be mindful of where you're going. There's some time and place for everything. So if you got outfits you like to wear that's more provocative, do it in settings that may be fitting for that. Nobody's saying you can't wear it. Hey, we like seeing it. But also be aware, life ain't fair. We deal with facts, black and white. That is going to be some young man that, because of that outfit and the energy you're projecting, he's going to want to try you. Young men, be careful of the energy you're projecting out in the world. You're always talking about gunplay and what you got with Dracos and this, that, and the third. There's really people out there in that arena that's participating in that. That's what they do. They gonna want to see about that. The universe gonna bring all that to you. So again, this is not to preach. This is just to put some on your head and think about the energy you project, the stuff you put yourself around, the images you take in, visual or audio, and just try to do better. Fill yourself with a positive mindset, a positive attitude, and exude that through your day-to-day interactions with people. You might can't change the world, but you can start with your community. You might can change a person, and you never know what that person that you change might spark that ignites a bigger fire. All it takes is one match to burn down a forest. So don't look at everything in the totality of it, in the macro aspect. Look at some things in the micro aspect and focus on what you can control, your environment. But it's always good tapping in with y'all, man, putting a little something on y'all head. This was just, let's stay positive, let's stay upbeat, let's support each other. Let's get through this game of life together. Always visualize your goals, and after that, accomplish those visualized goals. 9/11, gone. Tap into the YouTube page too, at 9_11 AVG. Tap into the YouTube. It'll be more exclusive content, stuff that's strictly for the page. AVG Podcast. We out. One.